In general, I think it was very interesting to dive into the music world of another country, to see how they're making music there and how they used a woodwind quintet.
I was extremely happy to be part of it, actually, because this was the first time I had the opportunity to play Peter Vask's music, and it made a huge impression on me.
Playing Vask's, the two very different quintets of Vask's, was really a marvelous experience, both working with him and also going into both birds. It's a very, very special quintet, and Music for a Deceased Friend that also, of course, touched me because it's about a bassoon player. So in that sense, it was a very touching experience to record that piece.
It has a chorale which evokes ancient Latvian folk songs and funeral songs. And actually he wanted all of us to sing, and it was a very special experience for me.
It's a different mood. It's not an outgoing, easy, happy mood. You find yourself in a little more introvert and in a mood where you're perhaps thinking a little bit more about things than you would with other music. Some music is very superficial, though still good, of course, and other music has more depth to it. And I think this music really does. It has depth on many levels, both musically and also emotionally.
Is so different and has its eyes turned inwards in a way that I've never really experienced in a quintet piece before. So it was uncharted land for us to find those kind of feelings and to play that intimate music. It was really a wonderful thing, and I think it's a wonderful piece also to listen to. You can really hear a very different side of woodwind quintet. It's really wonderful.
Iman Zemzors for me is a real pacifist in a way. It's a pastoral feeling overall, and kind of calm and harmony, fulfilling harmony-wise. Peter's Plakids, on the other hand, is much more dynamic, I'd say. There's lots of contrasts, lots of accents, and drive in its fast part, and Peter Vask's two works also differ from each other quite a lot. The first one, Music for Fleeting Birds, is about ecological problems and more thoughtful, so to say, and Music for a Memory of a Friend is of course very sincere and beautiful in its own way, and I like it very much. it's a very nice feeling. And last but not least, knowing the fact that I'm a student of my teacher that was playing in this woodwind group that those quintets are actually written for, it's a very kind of a personal pilgrimage as well.
This is a very special project for me, and I'm very happy that my friends agreed to participate in this, because recording for Scanim for Centennial Series, it has an extra value, not only because I can participate as an artist, but also because I can tell the world the story of our composers and their beautiful, beautiful pieces. Not many people know Latvian composers, Imants Zemzers, Pēters Plakidis. Probably many know Pēters Vasks, but not many know that they're quite different in a sense. The absolutely pastoral Zemzers, with his variations that are actually, instead of developing, they're almost going backwards. He's moving back to the roots of music, to the essential elements of the music, to the motive, to the folk music. And then we have this expression from Pēters Plakidis, just is completely different from this pastoral feeling. And then we have Pēters Vasks, of course, whom we know for his a very emotional and lyrical side, yet the first quintet, Music for the Birds, is still in a different style, where he's actually searching for his own approach. He finds it in the second work, so it's also very interesting to trace this, looking at his younger technique with lots of aleatorics in Music for the Fleeting Birds, where we all get to imitate the birds a little bit, and then in the second one that strikes a little more tragic note, which is dedicated to a friend of his who was lost in a fire. And there he finds that Vasks that we all know, that we like and appreciate. So all in all, I could say that I think they're very good additions to wind repertoire, all these works, and that it's probably one of the aesthetically most beautiful music, original music written for the woodwind quintet. I think we all enjoyed doing this project very much.